Right, today with the new tripod, we're going to be tackling a little thing. This socket, if you look here, this is a charger, and this is going up, there's this cable, it's going up to here, which is basically for this, although without getting technical, because of the age of this cable, it's not currently able to show video up here, but it does show, play sound on that and that. So it will also charge whatever, where is it? There we go. It will also charge whatever is plugged into it. But it's taking up a socket, so that. Basically, for some strange reason, the USB-C, you know, the little ones, the new adapters, it's really, I found it almost impossible to find any that I've got two USB-Cs. USB-A is the traditional old one. You can get adapters, but anyway, so I've got one of each, was the best I could do. I did want one in brushed aluminium, but it just was getting ridiculous. I need to get three. A white one in the bedroom, a brushed aluminium here, and in the front room, a bronze one. It's just worked out that way over the years. I could change the front room, but there's so many sockets in there, I'd have to change them all, and I'm not really up for that right now. So basically the idea with this is that this high-speed one will plug into something if you're desperate for fast charging. This will get rid of, or both of them will get rid of the plugs, and this thing will plug into this one. So I've done it before in other people's houses. This is the first time I've done it in mine. I am not a qualified electrician, but I think I'm all right to do this. So it would consist of, obviously, fuse board off, well, this circuit off, just unscrew, re-screw. Hopefully there's no drama. Don't need really any drama. I've got enough I can entertain myself with. So hopefully that'll be okay. And I've got a USB, well, I won't be using this one because it's 2 meters long, don't need to be that long, but there's a USB-C to lightning cable there. Let's not talk about Apple and their prices and how other cables seem to just sporadically just stop working. It's a digital device. So anyway, here we go then. I'm going to get underway. Right. That in a very messy cupboard is my fuse board, and I just need to find the one which says sockets, and there you go. Hopefully that's just for downstairs, but otherwise I've got to reset everything. Well, I heard the fridge go off. Right, here we go then. Just getting used to this new tripod. Let's actually start off by unplugging both of these. Just to show that to myself that this is off. Yes, it is. Probably should have some sort of a circuit tester or something, but anyway, it's off. So let's get these cables out of the way so I can focus on the work at hand. And I need a flathead screwdriver, which I'll get. It's amazing what you acquire over the years. Don't know where I got this from. Can't imagine I went out and bought it, so it's ended up in my possession one way or the other. It's not great, but anyway, let's see. Some time ago, the tiling was done by someone other than I. You can see the gaps a little bit too big in these mosaic, because they come, if you don't already know, they come in a square and you space them out, but the spacing has been done too big, so it should be uniform, so it should be the same as this, but every so often there's a bigger gap, and that's because that's the size of the tile. So that was a mistake. Also, they cut too big, so they had to put this sealer in here, which I'll probably have to do again. But oh well, for the time being, hopefully this will just come off without drama. Normally it would sort of pull away now, but obviously the sealer's holding it in place. Yeah, I think, now here's something, a bit of real world whatever. I'm now in the zone, I just want to get on with it now. So, the Stanley knife is too far away. It's not exactly where I am right this second. So, I'll put it in the wash or hand wash it or whatever. But that was actually a kitchen utensil cooking knife. Don't know. Right, it's still, I thought it was undone. Wow. Is that the same with that one? No, that one's out. Okay. This, by the way, was about nearly £17 from Screwfix. I'm sure I paid like £9 or £10 for one with 2 USB-Cs just a few months ago. Anyway, so just look at the back. I'll be loosening them off. Anyway, so I'm really not liking the look of this. It's a bit robust. Big thick earth cables. Just gotta get into it, haven't I? So, and just as typical, the earth that's been used is at the opposite side. People who do this every day, you know, not really going to have an issue with this. For me, I'm already irritated. I just want it done. I've done, you know, I've done a few of these. I've done in line extensions and stuff over the years. But my attitude is just that I just want it done. I don't really want to be doing it. My enthusiasm is for the end result. Some things I like doing while I'm doing. If this was really an instant job, I would like doing this while I was doing it. But as it's, I can already see it's going to be some interesting little bits and pieces. So I'm just undoing, you'll see, a bunch of stuff, whatever. So let me move in on that. So there you go. And that's the back of this. It just means that Earth's got to go the other. Oops, sorry, it's upside down. That's the back of this. It is color coded, which is useful. Although these are different colors, but obviously they do correspond. So the Earth's got to go the other side. All right. So I've loosened off everything on this. Really annoyed about the Earth. It's typical, isn't it? Oh well, no point staring at it, it's not going to get done that way. So, in terms of the colours, let's see what happened with the focus here. Blue is black, brown is red. I always remember that because blue and black have L as their second letter, and red and brown have an R. There you go. Not, as I say, I'm not a qualified electrician. But I am really annoyed about this Earth, because the more I look at it, the more I'm wondering how I'm going to stretch this across. Oh well, just gonna have to try and hope. If I don't have to take it off again, that would be kind of useful. It's got an earth at the bottom as well as the top on this, so how annoying. It's really going to be awkward. So what I'm going to do, it doesn't even really look like, unless it broke off, I'm going to pause because I'm going to strip a little bit more back on one of those earths. Okay, one sec. Well, the Stanley blade, it's a retractable one, and the little finger that retracts it just broke off in my hand. So I've opened the thing up and just got the blade out of there. So I just want to expose a little bit more of this earth. I think it needs it. Right. What's also awkward about this is I can't get underneath it properly. Anyway, stop moaning and get on with it. So right, and those two go. I can put these at the bottom. Hopefully that's tight enough. Give them a little, don't tell me I didn't put one of them in. When it's doing something, shouldn't be doing that. Right. Unbelievable. Can't get the thing undone now. There we go. My tools are just DIY tools for the most part. And they were quite a number of miles away from me for some time, and a couple of them have gone. They'll still be there, but they didn't make their way back to the toolkit. It's still not quite tight enough. A lot of people twist these together. I just don't want to snap anything because I think it's going to be short enough as it is. It's just, I don't know why that's not. I'm going to leave it like that. And then the top one. No, that didn't have anything to do with it. Ah, dearie me. That would seem then that it broke off. This is what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Let's put these together. Right. Okay. Okay, it's maybe just about going to work. I can hear somebody, you could probably hear them as well, drilling. Hope they're having a better time than I am. This is really a lot more awkward than it seems because I can't quite get in there properly. And to be honest with you, the cables aren't really kind of as long as I would like them. And any qualified electrician will tell you of stories, or anyone doing this a lot of the time will tell you of countless stories of their history with this sort of thing, and probably no doubt their bravado in dealing with it. But I'm not ready for character. I just want it done. So try and press them all together whilst doing them up. Sorry you can't see with the camera. Okay, and then here we go with the blue. Can't see that I'm doing this, but I'm sure I am. I think I can see where this black one's been pinched before. I hope it's not going to break because they're shorter than I'd want. And I'm paying the price really for not squashing them, or not twisting them together. That's basically what's happening here, but I just don't want them to snap any shorter. That can happen. If that happens a couple of times, I'll be in deep doo-doo. I think that's broken a bit, I don't know. I'm not pulling them out, but if you don't want to pull them out, actually don't listen to me, I'm not qualified, am I? My thought is, if you don't want to pull them out to test that they're in, just see if you can push them in a bit more. And if you can't, they're in. Something somewhere. Don't think it's just the cables, there's something else not liking this. Because I just want to, we'll have to take these back out again in a second, but I just want to see what's going on with lining them up. So that was alright. Right. Can't see. Maybe with the camera I can see better. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Before I do anything, I'm going to test it out. Right. So I'm going to go and switch it on and see what happens. Of course I can't tell, can I? If it's charging or not, let's see. Oh, it is, because I can feel it buzzing. I know it doesn't sound good saying I can feel it buzzing, but that's standard these days. Right, so it is working. I've just got to get the fascia on properly. I will switch the power off and continue my quest. Right. This is actually really annoying because I'm just so nervous of these things breaking. I know some, yeah, it's not, so annoying. One of the black cables isn't in very well. Hashtag at all. Well, it is in, but yeah, not very well. I'll see if I can get these back in first. Oh, so annoying. So annoying. Oh well, it's the way it is, isn't it? I've got to do the black ones again because they haven't enjoyed going in and out. I know maybe it is the depth of the back box. Well, it certainly is that. But I do think it can do it. Yeah, it can. In fact, that's not the one. Right. These kitchen under cabinet lights are on the same circuit as these sockets, so that's why I've got no lights under here at the moment. Right. What's going on there? Don't know. It's like an episode of Grand Designs. How the hell am I going to go over budget? certainly got the drama that TV requires. Not sure what this is catching on. But it is catching on something. And whatever it is that it's catching on, it ain't budging. I mean, it's just not. Right, it's annoying. I'm going to leave it for a second. I'm going to take the thing off. No, I'm just going to have a proper look. Just working out what to do. I'm just going to have a proper look. Might be that one of the reds is. Oh, it could be that. It could be a bit of plaster that's just come out. Might need to cut back some tile. I don't know. I don't think it's wires in the way, because it could be the casing or something, because it's basically, normally if it was wires, you'd feel it would bounce ever so slightly or something, but it's not doing that. It's probably very obvious, but not to me right now. It's not. See, that's a wire. I can feel that bounce. No, maybe not. Because I've got that in, I kind of want to use that, but okay, what is going on here? Oh, that's so annoying. There's a wire in the way. I don't think that's what the problem is there. I can feel 1,000, just 1,000, untold number of electricians laughing at me right now. Yeah. Okay, let's get a torch. Right, Well, I'm wondering if I might need to just break off a bit more of this tile. Seems a bit extreme. I mean, I know that was needed, you know, it's always going to be needed, but I'll try and keep everything together as I put it away. Yeah. Be good if I could find a blade to do it with. That's going to take me forever because everything's in bags. And if I do this, I'm probably gonna break too much. Need a tile cutter really. Wonder if I should ruin my bread knife if it'll even get in there. Let's see if I can find a blade somewhere. Well, I happen to find one. Oh, that's perfect actually, the way that broke, that was that. Oh yeah, of course I did it deliberately. But anyway. Let's see now. Well, apparently that's done. We'll see. Don't know. I just think even if you get it going at an angle, it's a start. But I don't think that's going in, is it? No. The ones that come with it are shorter. But it does seem to have done the trick. What I've got to do now, I mean, unbelievable. The short one came out the other side before, so this. Right, so that's going in. This needs to do the same somehow. Well, I'll tell you what, as this one's going in, I might as well use the shorter one. Maybe I got it wrong. I don't think so. Anyway. Good. That's that. wonder if that's it. I don't think it is, but it might be. Oh, that's not going through a cable. In my use, I used to be a car sprayer, which on the back street garages that I started off in meant you did the stripping and fitting, you know, taking the bumpers off and the trims and the badges and door trims and all the rest of it. When I worked for sort of main dealer type places, you tended to just stick to your own discipline. So I'd just do paintwork, you know, primer and preparation, but no body work and no stripping and fitting. That was a luxury. I have built engines and stuff, but I'm one of those people, unfortunately, where it always comes with drama. Right, that does need sealer. I can do that at any time. I'm going to do the fatal thing now. I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit more, and I hope it doesn't go click. I'm left-handed, by the way. Well, I would say that's done. I'm going to spin the camera around in a second. I'm just going to turn the power back on, and hopefully that's all good. I hope it is. Unbelievable. No, I think I know what I've done, and I hate to say it. I think I've drilled through something. Let me just double check that it is all off. It's blown the whole, well, not the whole, it's blown some other circuit out. So, whatever it is, I hope it's something I can deal with. No, it's smoking. It's not going to be good news, I'm afraid. Something in there hasn't liked it. I think I know what I've done. I think I've, oh, I don't really know how it's done it. But yeah, I can see it. So what it is this one. Okay. Obviously better than me now. What it's done is the cable's broken through on one of the lives. That's basically what it's done, and it's earthed out on the back box. Now, so trouble is, I really don't think I've got enough cable to cut it. So the one thing I didn't want to have happen has happened. Oh boy. Well, no two ways about it. I have to come up with a solution for it. Be dodgy just to find some tape. I don't even know if I've got any. I'll look for some tape. Might not be the best thing to do, but let me do that first of all. Yeah, you can basically see where in the bend it's gone through. So I just don't have enough flex, I don't think. Well, I could, but it's going to be fiddly. And then if I have a problem again, that'll be that. For me, for my skills anyway. I don't know what an electrician would do, maybe solder stuff or whatever, I don't know. But for me, in fact, I think there's a couple of bits that have gone. This could be a bit of a pain in the backside actually. Let's see, I'll just get the power off and take a look again. I might have to find some tape. Right, I have found some tape. I don't know if this is a good idea really. I mean, it might work, but it just seems like a really sort of budget and leg it idea. Especially with this green tape, but it doesn't mean neutral. I think it's just, this is really the one, because knowing my luck, I'm going to get problems if I try and shorten this. Probably don't need anything like as much as this, but probably need none of it whatsoever actually, and a proper electrician to come in and do the right thing. But anyway, I'll ignore certain types of comments, but anything helpful would be good. I do need to get somebody in for a couple of bits and pieces, which I wouldn't do. I could probably do, but is, you know, yeah, let's get somebody in to do these other bits. There's a light switch that is not working, but it's a two-way dimmer on both. Right? It's basically my upstairs and my hallway and landing, and they're both, you know, on two-way dimmers, and they're a bit of a pain. Okay, what I'll do. Oh, I need some light, really. Nope. Sorry. I think that's it. Yeah. Well, there's a few things here. Have I used too long a screw? Hopefully not. Have I screwed into anything? Hopefully not. Has my repair worked? Hopefully. Is it a bit dodgy? It's not ideal, is it? But let's see. Okay, let's see. Fingers crossed. It's gone again. It's gone again. Oh dear. Well, that's that then. So close, but yet so far. I think I'll see if this works, and now I know what the problem is. Yeah. So that's what it is. Just as I screw this in, it doesn't like it. Probably going to trip out again. Right, that would do. Let's see what happens. It's going to trip out. Yep. Oh dear me. I'm going to try it just at this kind of level. Just give me an idea of exactly what it is. Right, more on the offending item. Well, I suppose I'm the offending item really. By dragging it back like this, it doesn't touch, it doesn't trip. I think I'm going to have to strip that cable back. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do that. What I can do in the meantime is probably plug the cables in. Maybe not a great idea, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. And sort it out a bit later. So yeah, I've got a friend who's actually a bit of a sparky who he's worked in the theatre on electrical, you know, sets and all the rest of it. And I might actually just get him round, because I think the thing is, if there's not a lot of margin for error. I can see what needs to be done, but I just think that if I do it and I don't do it quite enough, or if I break a bit off, I'm just going to run out of cable. I'll see if I can get hold of him, and he can get the glory of finishing it off if he fancies coming round and earning himself a cup of tea. Or maybe I'll just have a little go shortly, but we'll see. But for now, I'm just gonna plug in these leads, and it's frustrating, isn't it? It's working, but I know when I tighten it up, an exposed wire, I think, with a bend in there, presses on the back box and trips out the upstairs circuit as well as the downstairs one. So obviously not ideal. It's not what I had in mind. So let's see if this works. I think it does. It's hard to see when I'm recording, but I think it does. All right, to be continued. All right. I was going to leave this like this for a little while till I decided what to do. But I had it charging the phone for a few seconds, and then it just tripped out, quite a big bang. So I think it's probably not ideal. There might be more than I think going on here, I don't know. It's one of those awkward jobs, really. I know it doesn't look it, but there's not a lot of flex. I've got the depth of the sideboard away. Let me just show you. So I can't get right in, and then I've got the cupboards there against my head. I've got no real light. If it's a straightforward thing, you can get away with it. Once you start getting awkward problems, you've got to sort of get your eyes on and get your body into. It gets a bit iffy. So that's the offending item. I might be able to do it some other way. As it happens, well, this is the problem now, because it doesn't, that's not doing what I thought it was doing, I don't think. Sort of, I'd say good news and bad news, but I think it's just going to be bad news, to be honest with you, because it looks like it's something else. Because that is not giving me the problem I thought it was giving me. Oh, that's going to snap, I think. So, that's weird. Oh no, it is, it's got a break there. thing is I don't want it to break while I'm out as well. What I do know is I can put that cable in more over like that. But it's going to break anyway. Okay, that is actually, pardon the pun, a positive move, but I just got to get away with it now. Right. We've done a fair number of things with these tools over the years, but they're all getting a bit long in the tooth now. And let's just add into the aggravation of what I'm trying to do. What would be really useful is if I could find these screw holes straight away. You know, without the drama. That would be really helpful. My mum used to say, ask and you shall receive. And we may have actually had that happen now. If this works, it's better than I originally did it. It's just being brave enough, I suppose. We'll see, this could be just speaking a bit too early, but you know, you have to just go for it, don't you, sometimes? I mean, I know with this sort of thing, the more, with any job, you know, the more you do it, the more you face up to it. I know that's a typical thing with as a sprayer. You get a car in for a respray back in the day, the first thing you do is you wash it, because you just want to get a look at what you're dealing with. And then you just have to go in, you start poking and prodding around back in the days when everything used to have rust on it. And then you just have to dig in, you just have to be brave and just say, well, look, there's no point trying to avoid it because you're not going to get away with it. It's going to bite you, you know, later on. So you've got to just rip out what isn't good enough. And it's just from getting to know, you know, what it takes, just familiarity. That's one of the first steps towards professionalism, isn't it? It's just getting familiar, having a correct estimation of effort, as the saying goes. What's it going to take to do this, in other words? Anyway, I might have spoken too soon anyway, because I'm going to go and flip the switch now and see what happens. Anyway, let's see. No. To be honest, I mean, that seems to have done it. It certainly wasn't putting up with that much before. But I've been bitten by this, so I'm not that, it's bad to say it, but I'm not that confident. And the thing is, I don't want to lose. Actually, I haven't got much in the freezer, to be honest with you, but I still don't want the fridge going down. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Start plugging things in. And just leave it for a bit. It would make sense that that was the problem, but that doesn't mean to say that that is what the problem was. But anyway, we'll see. I'm never going to have a victory lap on this because I still feel like it's the boss. And yeah, we've all had ones like this. This wasn't exactly a mammoth task, was it? But I think my just backing off from moving the wires around and from cutting them and just having things snap, having things too short, having things pull out as that's the one thing I don't like about the sockets. There never seems to be enough flex. If there is, then it's just, you need a deep back box. And, you can't really bend them. You feel if you start bending them around too much, they're going to snap, and you're going to start inching your way back away from what you've got to deal with. And that will be the same for anyone. But the difference is, like I say, when you're familiar, when you're doing this all the time, you just jump in, don't you? You know, it's actually, and I know this from other things as well, it's better to just go straight to the point that you know you need to go to than to fiddle around trying to avoid that, because you come unstuck, and eventually you can end up in a worse situation. And this still may not be right. And even if it is, I'm never going to feel happy about this. But I've got, other things that need to be done. I can get people in to do some of the stuff that needs to be done around here. I'm going to flip the camera around and just do a show of what we've got here. So basically there's I keep saying the offending item. I think I'm the offending item because I just didn't jump in, man up and, go in at the level I needed to go in at. I was backing off. Anyway, and that was another thing as well. Rather than probably getting myself ready for the day and then doing the job, no, I was like, no, it'll only take a second. If I had a bunch more, I mean, I was supposed to have another 2 to do. I think the other ones are going to be easier. I can't get the face plates that I want at the moment, but so that's why I've done this one for now. But the others I think are going to be easy. I always felt this one was a bit iffy. But as you do more and more of them, you sort of think, right, this is what it's going to take. You just get stuck in. It would also be useful to know that if I did run out of cable, what happens? I mean, do people solder the cables? I mean, what do you do if you literally run out of cable? How do you splice something in, Anyway, I'm actually really glad. I hope it's fine. And I'll give you an update. And my mate doesn't need to come round at the moment. So anyway, let's see what happens. Hopefully that's all good. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the drama, or maybe that entertained you. Me, I'm a bit fed up about it, really. But we'll see. If the thing behaves itself, then great. If not, okay, cheers guys, bye. Well, you know when you're done, when you put these in, I've done one already. I hope it behaves itself. We'll see. I hope it does. Cheers. And there it is, all done. So cleaned up, tidied up, and it's amazing now I could edit anything in there, I could take everything out and say, there you go, jobs are good and nice and simple. There's a bit of sealer to do on the top there at some point, but look, I'm even touching it. Ooh. So anyway, alright guys, there it is. It's done. Cheers. Bye.